right, everybody, welcome into the show this week. Midwest Mike's coming at you.
Midwest Mike's.
All right, I'm Gary.
This is Austin.
And we are ready to go. We are talking all about the NFL Draft, which is on Thursday, the 26th of April, with the first round. And then it will continue through the weekend to wrap up the remaining picks. But the first round starts on Thursday, the 26th. We are just going to break down our top 10 picks for you tonight. We decided that we both have other jobs and we don't have enough time to break down every round, every pick, or even all the way through the first round. So we just went first 10 picks.
What a couple of losers.
Yeah, I know. We don't, we really wish that, we could break down the whole entire draft for you or even the whole first round, but just not enough time yet. But when this podcast takes off, then
we'll do the whole thing.
Do the whole thing, all 7
do a 3-hour show on it.
Yeah.
Hey, so quick question: how much of the draft do you watch?
Me, typically, I'll watch all of the first round.
Yeah, me too.
And then I will kind of pick and choose. Like if I know about when my team's going to pick, on day 2, 3, or 4, I'll kind of maybe click in. Typically, day 4, I don't watch much at all. I just kind of get the updates on my phone of who Dallas is picking, who Kansas City's picking. But yeah, pretty much just mainly I'll faithfully watch the first round pretty much.
Yeah, I'm same here. I do first round, and then like if I have the TV on at the house and like I'm not watching anything like specifically, if I'm doing like housework or laundry or something, I'll have it on in the background.
Yeah,
because sometimes sometimes some of these guys go to second round, third round that are pretty good players, and so it's kind of cool. And it's kind of cool to see like if you have a school that you're a fan of or whatever. Kind of cool to see like when those guys are going to go. So
yeah, I always like to see an Iowa guy get drafted. Here and there throughout. They usually get a lot of linemen in the league. Iowa does, but I mean, yeah. So pretty much, I'll faithfully watch the first round, and then kind of like you said. I mean, if I'm just bumming around the house or whatever, I will all of a sudden just turn it on. I might have it on in the background while I'm doing something else, But yeah, so hey guys, tweet at us at Midwest Mike's. Let us know how much of the draft do you watch. Do you watch all of it? Do you watch every pick that your team makes? Or do you kind of just have it on in the background after day 1? But yeah, hit us up. Let us know on Twitter at Midwest Mike's or Facebook under Midwest Mike's. The show, hopefully starting this week, at the latest next week, will be available on Spotify under Midwest Mike's. So that's a new avenue. We're already on iHeartRadio and iTunes. So now we're branching out to Spotify.
Talk about the Snapchat.
Yeah. Snapchat also under Midwest Mike's. Follow us on there. That's a brand new thing. We've had it for about a week now. And, hit us up on there. Follow us. Interact with us. We want to be interactive with our fans. So please, please, please interact with us. If you got something to say, if you think we're trash, let us know. If you think we're great, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, talk to us about anything. And then also tell us if you want to be on the show.
Yeah, if you want to be on the show, we're to the point where we're ready to have some guests, and you want to be on the show, let us know.
That's right. So let's kick it off, dude.
So let's kick it off. Here we go. Cleveland has the number 1 overall pick. And who you got Cleveland taking?
I have Cleveland going quarterback. I got him taking my favorite. Well, yeah, it's my favorite quarterback, Josh Allen. Quarterback, Wyoming. Watched the bowl game he played in. I was very impressed. I also was impressed by this dude. Like literally has no one around him. I mean, he is the offense and the whole thing. And I just thought he did a tremendous job while he was there. And I think the bowl game really impressed me a lot. So big fan of Josh Allen.
Good call there. I mean, could possibly happen. Colin Cowherd, who we've talked about a lot on the show, he has a national radio show. He thinks Josh Allen could be the biggest bust of this draft. But, I'm with you. I think he'll be fine if he gets in the right system. I don't know that he can play right away, which is why I don't have him going number 1. But, hey, to each his own. I got number 1 going with my surefire guy, Saquon Barkley, who I think, we both said it on the podcast. I think he is the best player in the draft. Penn State running back. I think he will be a franchise changer for whoever gets him. And I personally think that if Cleveland does not take him number 1, the Giants will take him at number 2.
Yeah,
so I think he goes 1 or 2.
We totally agree. Totally agree that Saquon Barkley is, I think, is the best player in the draft. The only reason I have Cleveland taking Josh Allen, well, I mean, over him is I'm going with what I think the teams are going to do. A lot of teams are shot away from taking a running back, but I think Saquon's that good to where if like Cleveland took him 1, I wouldn't. I mean, it's good, man. He's gonna change his franchise for it.
Yeah, I know if my team had the number 1 pick, I would want them to take Saquon Barkley over any of these quarterbacks. If the Cowboys, obviously, we don't have Zeke Elliott, we don't have a Dak Prescott. I'm saying let's get this kid because he's going to change our future.
He's Rookie of the Year next year, right?
I believe so.
Unless one of these quarterbacks
just tears it up,
and then a quarterback will win over a running back. Mm-hmm. But I think Saquon.
But you're right. NFL teams do shy away from taking that running back so high. But all right, number 2, New York Giants. I have them going quarterback, Josh Rosen, who was my top quarterback in the draft out of UCLA. I think that he can come in and sit behind Eli next year, maybe even the following year, and then come in that third year and tear it up. I think Eli can mentor him for 2 years. It gives him some time to learn the league. He throws a good ball already. He's accurate. He's got some intangibles. But bring him in, let him sit at least for a year behind an Eli Manning who, Eli Manning does have a love-hate relationship with New York. And if Eli struggles early, I could see some fans calling for his head. But...
Well, just like they started somebody else. Who they started? Oh, they started Gino.
Gino, yeah.
They started Gino game 14 or something. I'm like...
I mean, that's a slap in the face to Eli. But
for what?
I just think you've got to find Eli's successor. Eli is on the downhill side of his career. So, I'm going Josh Rosen, quarterback UCLA, as a successor to Eli Manning. Who you got?
I got number 2, Giants taking Bradley Chubb, NC State, defensive end. I think for me it's another home run guy. I think not as much as Barkley for me, or as much as another guy I got coming up, but I think he's a dynamic pass rusher. Comparisons, Von Miller, Khalil Mack, I think is that much of a game changer on defense. So if the Giants take him, I think that's a great pick, and I think it's a safe pick.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised to see that happen either, just so they don't take Eli's successor that early. Maybe they feel like they can get one of these quarterbacks a little later in the draft. But, Bradley Chubb, that'd be a good pick by the Giants. Number 3, the New York Jets. Who you got for the Jets?
I got Jets taking Baker Mayfield, quarterback, Oklahoma. I'm actually not high on Baker Mayfield, but I think it's a Jets-style draft pick. And you know what? A lot of the scouting reports and some of the other stuff and his combines and blah, 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 he's actually done really well. So, I think I got the Jets taking him. The Jets need a quarterback.
They do need a quarterback.
I don't know. Who's their starter right now?
I honestly don't know their depth chart, so I don't know. I will say this with Baker Mayfield. A lot of the plays in his highlights from college are because he is a better athlete than the defensive players he's playing against. In the NFL, that's not going to be the case with Baker Mayfield. He is not going to be the best athlete on the field. He's not that type of athlete.
No,
he is not a Michael Vick. So that makes me, when we talked about quarterbacks a few weeks ago, that's one of the reasons why I have him further down on my list. Because he won't be the best athlete, and his athleticism won't allow him to make some of those plays he did in college.
And I don't know if he would start this year. The Jets signed Bridgewater.
Oh, they did sign Teddy Bridgewater. That's right.
Yeah, a little bit of injury problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Teddy's got a lot of promise too. They still got Josh McCown.
Okay.
So actually, if they go ahead and draft Baker. They're looking pretty good at quarterback, really. They're looking like I guess not good. They're looking deep. So if one of those guys breaks out, what you got with McCown. You got like a game manager kind of guy, but Teddy has a lot of promise. Baker has promise. So It's whatever.
I also have the Jets going quarterback, though, but I got them going Darnold. I think Darnold can come in and play right now and elevate the guys around him. You're not going to win that division as long as Brady and Belichick are around, but you can do well for the Jets and elevate the Jets. Eventually, Brady and Belichick are going to be gone, and then the Jets are going to have a lot better chance to win that division.
When Brady and Belichick leave that team, how much of a downfall is that?
It's going to be huge. Huge.
Because, Josh McDaniels taking over, I think, is supposed to what's going to happen. And
it won't be the same.
It won't be the same. He might do a good job, but
I think that division will be a little more wide open.
Belichick's top notch.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah.
So, all right, that's number 3. Number 4, the Cleveland Browns are up again. I have them going quarterback here. Josh Allen, quarterback from Wyoming.
So the Browns still end up with Allen.
So the Browns still end up with Allen. But in my world, they still get the best player in the draft.
So they end up getting, in your world, the Browns end up getting Barkley and Allen.
Yes.
And they start, who do they start? They start Tyrod, or they go with, with Allen?
I started to say no way, but maybe you do start Tyrod for the first few games and let Allen get his feet under him a little bit, and then he kind of comes in halfway through, depending on how you're doing. Or maybe you even sit him for a year and let Tyrod play a year and let Allen kind of develop. I mean, the kid has a strong arm. He's got a huge arm. That's his biggest plus. He can make every throw.
Yeah, he can make every throw. Hugh Jackson's got to just figure out how many wins he has to get to keep his job. Because you're not winning a Super Bowl.
No.
Are you turning the team around? Well,
yes.
Yeah.
Like we've said before,
a lot
on
of
the
roster
podcast,
are good. Man.
I think if the Browns can win 6 to 8 games this year, that's huge.
Hugh Jackson probably stays with 6 wins, right?
Yeah.
So we know Tyrod can win 6 because he made the playoffs last year in Buffalo.
Yeah, in Buffalo.
So I mean, he wins. He's a winner. I mean, I wouldn't say he's not dynamic quarterback.
He's not a top notch, but he can get it done. He understands what he needs to do.
Somehow got benched for a game last year. I have no idea why. But anyways, I like that. The Browns, how many games they win if they get both those guys?
Like I said, 6 to 8.
6 to 8 with Saquon.
Yep,
I think you're about right.
And
would you be surprised if they won 10?
I would be.
Even with a lot of the moves they did?
Even with a lot of the moves they've done, even with Saquon.
Receivers a lot better.
Going from 0 to 10, that's huge. They still got to play Pittsburgh twice. Still got to play Baltimore twice. And Cincinnati twice. I mean, so, that's a lot of tough games there. But, and I just don't think in the NFL you can go from 0 wins to 10 wins in one off season.
6 is not out of the question, though.
6 to 8 is not out of the question.
I'll be right. I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Yeah. So, all right, who you got number 4?
So 4, I got the Bill. I have the Bills moving up to trade with the Browns. I don't have the details of that trade, but I just kind of spitball. So I got the Bills going with Darnold at quarterback. Bills. They
need a quarterback.
So they got rid of Tyrod. So obviously they're going to draft. Right?
They're going to draft a quarterback.
So I'm thinking they're going to draft the quarterback, right? And I'm thinking they move up for it. And so I don't know if exactly what happens, but Darnold I got him picking Darnold. Darnold's a raw talent. He turns ball over a little bit, a lot of it. Mm-hmm. But if they work with him, I think it'll be fine. They got Shady McCoy, backfield's solid.
Yeah.
Like I said, they made the playoffs last year. Their defense is really good. So, yeah, sure. They take Darnold and they run with him at QB. Starts game 1. Because who else is starting? There you go.
Yeah. All right, number 5, Denver Broncos. Who you got?
Number 5 for Broncos, I hate the pick, but if he's there, they're going for him for sure. So they're going to draft. I think they draft Saquon Barkley, running back, Penn State, my favorite player in the draft. Chiefs have to play him twice a year. That will suck. Suck.
There's no doubt in my mind that if he is there at 5, that's who Denver takes.
And the only reason I got him sliding down to 5 is just the thing about teams drafting running backs doesn't happen too much anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So the last one was Zeke a couple years ago.
At 4.
Yeah, and that